Hello everybody, this is Jill with Greenwood Girl Cards. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here with me today, and I hope if you enjoy this video you will like and subscribe and come back to see me again. I am coming on to share these finished Christmas tree tags, and I had shown you the start of them in the Saturday Morning Makes video 2 weeks ago, and I finally finished them up last night while I was watching a movie. And so I thought I would pop back on and just share some of the products that I used to create them. And then also just remind you that our code is still good. Thanks, Jill, at the Not Too Shabby shop through September 9th of 2021. I wanted to remind you guys of that for 15% off. It doesn't include kits or boxes, so there are some exclusions that don't get the discount, but the discount is Thanks, Jill. I think it's a capital T and a capital J, but it might be a lowercase t and a capital J. But that code should work to give you 15% off at the Not Too Shabby shop. And I want to thank Jamie again for making this past weekend Saturday Morning Makes so much fun. So I had some music paper die cuts that I had created with the Sizzix Christmas tree die, and this beautiful music paper is from Irala Miha shop on Etsy, and it's a set of 3 different music sheet papers, and this is the pink one that has roses in it. And so I had die cut some of these trees, and when I went to I had these in my stash, and I needed to make some backers out of some 110-pound cardstock so that these would be nice sturdy tags. And when I went down to get the die cut out, I had found some other die cuts with my die, and they were like pink corrugated and felt die cuts. And Alease reminded me that she was the one who sent these to me in a swap, which we did a number of years back, and I had put them with the die, and when I got the die out this time, the little baggie with the die cuts was right by the die, and I was like, oh my goodness, I can use these too. So Alease, thank you for these die cuts. And you guys will remember on Saturday Morning Makes I showed you how I cut one of the dies apart and then glued it onto one die cut below, and then I backed it with 110-pound cardstock, and it makes for a very dimensional little tree. And because I glittered the edges of these, and then I only glued the top down so that these bottom edges can kind of pop up and give the tree dimension. So that's a really fun way to use this Sizzix tree die. And so I had a lot of fun with the die cuts that Alease sent, and some of the ones that she sent were felt. And I even glittered up the felt, and I did the same thing with it. So these are 2 layered. And then you can see how I've added different things to the top, like a little, this is a little holly made out of pink felt, and then some greenery dies, a little frond die, a twinkle and sparkle, and I think this is actually an AliExpress die. I couldn't find it to bring it down because I actually die cut a lot of these that I'm using on today's tags last winter, and I have a little plastic box that I keep all of these little die cuts in. So all of my greenery is in one little holder. So let me go over what some of the things that I'll show you that are in what I call my greens category. I have this little pine cone die from La La Land Crafts. These are the fancy flake dies from Paper Tray Ink. And I think it's the center of this die that I used to make the star on the tree. I pulled this one just because this is a fancy die from Hero Arts, and this one actually pops out little snowflakes that you can use on your projects. This is an Elizabeth Craft Designs greens die called Winter Greens, number 1877, and I wanted to show you something that's available this year if you're interested. So these dies are really nice. I love this one. I think this would be really fun to use. And then there's a beautiful holly, a greenery, and then this greenery here is about the size of my thumb. And then, of course, berries. So really pretty die. And then this is a retired die from a shop called Crafting Desert Divas. They actually made beautiful stamps and products, and she had to close her business because her mother needed assistance with Alzheimer's. So God bless her. I hope she and her family are doing well. And that's one that I still use quite a bit. It has a lot of different things in it, and it is, again, called the Winter Wonderland dies if you wanted to look for it on resale sites. This is a pine branch die that was gifted to me. This is from Diamond Dies, and I have one similar to this, so I should really pay that one forward to someone else. This is probably the very first pine die I ever bought, and I believe this is from Marianne Creatables or Marianne Craftables. This is a great set, and I did use these on several of the trees. This is a Tim Holtz set number 664221. Okay, and does it have a name? I think it's called, here, I'll show you the name on the back here. It's called Large Funky Festive. Okay, so there's the name. And this is what the die cover looks like. Okay, and I love all of these. These come in really handy for embellishing projects. And then there's a beautiful poinsettia in here too. And I love the little center, which you could use on a lot of different flowers if you wanted. And then there's this Penny Black. I love Penny Black. They're a wonderful company. This is a die that they came out with last Christmas season. And does this have a name? Bountiful Berries. So there's usually if you plug this code in on their website, it'll come up. Scrapbook.com does carry Penny Black dies. And I think that's where I got mine, was scrapbook.com. And then these are a couple of Marianne Craftable dies. I love this little pine cone frond. And then there's another one that has little berries. And then these are like little dried flower pods. So it's always good to have a lot of variety of things like that you can use. Impression Obsession has this die, and this is the one that I have on my magnet bar over at my cutting station, and I use this one a lot. So this is die 021-N. And then I love these little whittle birds from Poppy Stamps. And these are great to cut out in red like cardinals at Christmas time, and you can pop a cardinal on your tree. I didn't put any birds on mine this time, but I did use these Paper Tray Ink holly dies. And I don't know if they still carry these or not, but I've used the same die for 10 or more years now. And then this is also an Impression Obsession die. This is a fun one to just have in your stash because you can put these little heart fronds popping out of different things on your cards, or to look like there's love floating in the air. So this is a really neat die to have in your stash. This is an Elizabeth Crafts Designs medium-sized pine cone. And I've had this one for years. These sit over on a magnet bar at my cutting station. So a lot of times, all these things that I'm pulling off, these are almost always on my cutting station over there. And so it's nice to have them out and ready to go. So those are all, I just thought I would show those products to you. And then I'll just really quickly, I'm just going to go through and show each of the tags to you. So I love how, this is an Irala Mija shop wood paper, and I just added glass glitter on both sides of this one. And then I love this Warm Winter Wishes tag. These are the LOTV Digi Shop. If you type in LOTV space Digi space shop on Etsy, the shop will come up. I know I've had a lot of people asking where I get these tags from. So these are, I have the stamps, but they're no longer producing the clear stamps, but you can get the Digi file, save it to your computer as a picture, and then just print out as many as you want. You can load a whole bunch of them into Word, and you can change the colors in Word fairly easily if you know how to use Word for Windows. And I have done that where I colored them red and then print them out. So it's a wonderful digital set. And they do have some new, a new Christmas set this year too, another sentiment set. So here's one of the ones in felt. And Alease, I want to thank you for sending me these pretty felt and pink die cuts. And on these ones, I actually cut one of the trees apart and I put glitter on that layer. So it's a 2-layered tree, and then the back, of course, I think actually the back of this one is chipboard. But it makes for a nice thick Christmas tag or Christmas ornament. And this one says Twinkle and Sparkle. And I love how the glitter catches the light. Glass glitter is so pretty. So it just, and then this is actually diamond stickles on this little frond part that's sticking out. Okay. So here's another pink one. And again, you can see how by cutting the tree apart and layering it, you get all of this dimension on here. And this is the center to one of the snowflakes used as a star on the tree. and it says Twinkle and Sparkle. This is that Tim Holtz frond. Okay, so, and these little tiny pearl centers, I think, I'm trying to remember where I got those or if someone gifted them to me. Here's another one of the music paper, which is again an Arala Miha shop file. And this one has a green holly. And let's see, it has that AliExpress little die that makes these little fronds. So really cute. Here's one with just 2 pieces of greenery. One is in an Arala Miha shop paper, and the other one's cream. And then the star is a bright white star. And I think I probably will take the brown edger and just edge around the star a little bit to make it blend with the tree a little better. Haven't done that yet. Here's one where I took a snowflake button and I cut the shank off the button and glued it. And while I have the back showing, this is Dollar Tree, just Dollar Tree string jute twine. And I just tie a little knot with a loop, and then I put the hot glue on, and I use my rubber finger that I got from Vicky Yoshikawa, who is TryHeart67. You should check her channel out if you're not already subscribed to her. She has wonderful art on her channel. But anyway, she gave me some rubber fingers, and I just push down with the rubber finger onto this, and that's how I get these to stick. So it's hot glue, and it's jute twine from the Dollar Tree. So this one is another one that says Twinkle and Sparkle. And on this one, I just used diamond stickles around the tree, and so this has a really nice texture. So there's that one. Here's another one that's very similar. This one has pink holly and some pink flowers in the die cuts from the paper that I used. Here's another pink one. This one is just a single layer, and it has the beautiful cream glass glitter all the way around the outside edge. And it says Warm Winter Wishes. And then this is just a little tiny snowflake at the top. So, and then here's another one where it's the music paper and says Twinkle and Sparkle. Has both the pink glass glitter and the cream. And the last one is another Arala Miha shop paper. And this is a paper that is one of those wood grain papers from her shop. So just a lot of fun making these. It's fun to do some shabby chic Christmas tags, just to do something a little bit different. You know, because I do a lot of traditional stuff for my family, and it was fun to just do something that's a little bit more colorful and shabby chic. So thank you guys for taking a look at those. I hope you're excited about this weekend's Saturday Morning Makes, when we will be presenting some new products from Peachy Keen that I'm excited about. They're really just re-releasing. We're letting me pick some favorites to have re-released. As you know, Peachy Keen has been closed down for a number of years, and she just recently reopened her website. There is some wonderful stuff on the website right now if you want to go take a look and get ready for the sale that's for the new items that'll be in the store on Saturday. We're quite excited, and I'm really looking forward to sharing some of the things that I chose as my favorites, my favorite faces. So I look forward to Saturday. There's definitely going to be a lot of gingerbread inspiration here on Saturday, so I hope you'll join us. And the other thing I wanted to mention is I was looking at Frantic Stamper's newsletter for this month and or this week, and there are some new Impression Obsession dies on their site now, and they include some bread pans and loaves of bread and bread pans. So if you saw the tags that Susan Laverty gifted me, I was saying a while back, I said that I wish there was a loaf pan and bread die on the market. Not that I had anything to do with this, because I didn't. I know that there are many people that wanted bread loaf pans and dies, but Impression Obsession is coming out with them, so be on the lookout. I don't know when their release is going to hit, but it should be coming, I think, in September or October, I'm not sure. But I don't know when it'll hit the Impression Obsession site. But if you want them now, they are on the Frantic Stamper site as we speak. At least they were last night. So I'm very excited about those. And I'm also very excited for their Christmas release that's coming too, and Halloween and all their fall stuff and winter stuff. So Anyway, everybody have a good week, and I will for sure be back for Saturday morning makes. If I can get to the video, the tutorial video that you're asking for on how to use the digital faces, I hope to have that up sometime this week, but it may not be till next week. So those of you that are messaging and asking questions, just know that I'll get to it as soon as I can, as soon as I'm able. Just realize school is starting for us this week on Wednesday. So busy week. All right, everybody have a great week. Choose joy. My heart and prayers are with Sherry's family, with my friend Eileen and her family, and also with May and her family, and anybody else that is missing a loved one. I know so many of you commented on Saturday how you've had losses of mothers and fathers and siblings, and just so many losses. So children, my heart goes out to everybody. Rhonda's family. I'm worried about Tina of Tell 'em Thank You. We haven't heard from her in a couple months, and I just pray that she's doing okay. I know that she had a loss in her family too, and so my heart is with you, Tina, and your family, and please let us know you're okay if you are. And I wanted to mention that Alease is going to be putting up a video either today or tomorrow, I hope. I think she mentioned it'll be today or probably tomorrow. But anyway, she did something really cool with the Peachy Keen Faces that I really liked, and I might have to copy and steal it. Not really steal it, but be inspired by it and try it myself. Let's put it that way. Anyway, they say you're casing something, copy and steal everything. But I like to think of it as being inspired by someone else's beautiful art. So Alease, thank you for always inspiring me, and everyone who posts for Saturday Morning Makes. Just know how much I get little ideas for things that I'm going to do from all of you. Just as you sometimes say that I've inspired you, you all inspire me. All right. Blessings and hugs. Have a great week. Bye now.